Am I tall enough? Oh, okay, good. I think this is easy for me because I do this in the loft, but this is very scary. Letting you inside my head. Okay, my grandmother used to iron napkins and handkerchiefs and sheets, underwear, and certainly outerwear. To be socially acceptable, clothes needed to be smooth and unwrinkled. Some of you may subscribe to that still, carried over to my mom and then to me, not the sheets and underwear. Take my word for it. But the clothes I wore, and it was a chore I hated. I did everything I could do to avoid ironing. One of my saving graces was this increasingly casual dress code that we have now, no iron fabrics, and my increasing disinterest in being wrinkle-free. Kind of adds to my charm, I like to think that. But there's a whole nother side to my smoothing things out, and this is what was going through my head when I wrote the song that you'll hear in a few minutes. I was the youngest of 3 kids in a family that experienced a lot of turmoil for a variety of reasons. I quickly realized that my best course of action was to be a good girl, not make waves, do what was expected of me, color inside the lines, or at least fly under the radar. Did pretty well at that, good grades, lots of extracurricular activities, college, law school, legal practice, but all at the expense of my authentic self, or at least trying to figure out what that was. I came out in my early 20s when there were utterly no protections for queer folks. Social opinion had not yet gravitated towards our side, more or less, yet. I spent so much time compartmentalizing my life, smoothing things out so that I would be socially acceptable to my family, who I didn't come out to for quite some time, to the straight world in which I lived, conscious of and fearing not only rejection, but unemployment, eviction, physical harm. And let me tell you, that kind of living makes you grow crooked, bumpy, anything but smooth. And I think that anyone who's grown up hiding their authentic selves retains those indelible wrinkles of self-denial and shame and the scars of 1,001 slights suffered at the hands of the ignorant and the cruel. And yet, in a strange way, that also sensitized me, connected me to the others around me who were also marginalized or living in fear. So I've lived a while now, and I've lived a largely privileged life. And maybe because of that, it seems that in all this time, I've sustained this baseline expectation that things will go smoothly. No unexpected interruptions or pitfalls. And yet, in retrospect, at regular intervals, there was always something just like that. Something that threw me for a loop or came out of left field, not in keeping with my carefully tailored plan. And every single time, it surprised me. It made me indignant, even. What? Some little things, like plans that had to change, a flat tire, a broken tooth, someone hacked your Facebook account or cloned your debit card. And some big things, divorces, health calamities. Yet somehow, I've always seen them as the exception rather than the rule. And then where's Sharon? And then there's the other kind of wrinkles that have become increasingly regular and noticeable, those on my face. I'm beginning to understand more and more my grandmother's exasperation when I asked her what it was like to be 95, and she said, I have no idea who that old lady is looking back at me from the mirror. She said, because when she closed her eyes, she was still 18 years old. In our youth-obsessed culture, where billions of dollars are spent to eradicate evidence of aging, it can feel like a major task to embrace our aging bodies. Even though I know that all of the lines on my face are from laughing and smiling, it can still be a little hard to accept that they're there at all. I know you feel me. I was raised in that tumultuous household with pretty much no religious training. Although I am and will always be very culturally Jewish, when I decided to embark on a more spiritual path with the help of MDUUC, the teachings of Buddhism really appealed to me. The idea of embracing each moment with no preconceived agenda or expectation is still challenging for me. But I recognize that it's really the only way for me to be. This going smoothly ideology that had guided me for so long was really nothing more than a story I made up in my head, which actually had no real connection to my life and my reality. So in coming to terms with the messy, unpredictable, uncontrollable, unknowable life in which I live, I started to wonder what it would be like if I actually embraced that reality. And for the first time, I felt like I had connected with something that was truly viable. Instead of fear, wonder. Instead of annoyance, curiosity. Instead of smooth, wonderfully, comically, tragically, chaotic, rumpled, and real.